completely messed up.
Not the hammer, but the soft hammer.
So good morning guys, this is the next day here, and today we are going to put some subfloor into the van. We have some wood supplies for it, and we also have some glue to attach it. This is the Heavy Attack super strong glue that we can use for any kind of material. But before we can start with it, we have to unpack all the supplies from the van, the isolation and the fans that we already received, and then after we can start working on it.
Working out a really nice plan for the floorboards. So we figured we're going to put some long supports. We're going to put it on the top, so now we can put the isolation between. Then we also have to put some pieces in the width, and we're going to measure now how long we need everything to be in to see if we bought enough wood. I hope so. But yeah, we just have to do some measuring and then we can go to cutting.
So my first ever cut with a jigsaw was successful. It's 156. So we have a one piece for the width of the van. And now we're just gonna do one more. Alright, so we finished cutting the wood for the subfloor. Bobby is just labeling them. It was actually pretty easy, and we have a layout. We decided to go with some support at the end, and then 1, 2, 3 in the middle. And yeah, also of the length of the van we have some as well. Now it's time to clean the van to make it grease free, because we still have some dirt inside, and then we can glue them down.
Oh, the van is all clean. It also started to rain and it's really cold, so we're trying to rush a little bit. Right now we're gonna glue the pieces down. We're gonna start on this side and then work our way all the way to the end. We have a glue, like Eric already showed in the beginning. We hope it's strong enough. We won't use any nails because we don't want to go into the metal, of course, but we'll see. Yeah. Start with the side piece and then slowly work our way towards the end.
Alright guys, so we have a slight change in the plans. Yesterday we flawlessly put down the subfloor for the van. Today we are at the garage, so we can install some windows already. The van is already parking inside, and we will start working on it. So we are done with the first window. We tried our best, or I tried our best to cut it as close to the edge as possible. But yeah, as you can see, there's room for improvement on the next window. But it's out. Time to shave it a bit and then seal it. So we have 2 windows cut out already, and if you compare the first one to the second one, we can see that the first one is completely messed up. Well, we used, I think, the wrong tool. At least I didn't like it that much. And if you look close, it's really scraped off, and yeah, the angles are not right. To fix that, we use the filer, and we also use the multi-tool with this head. Well, it's breaking already, but it works really nice. And then the second window we cut only with the multi-tool, and it got much smoother and much nicer as well, and closer to the edges. So we're just gonna go with that.
What are we gonna do now?
The window is primed already, so it's time to clean the first cutout. Prime it also on the outside, some Sikaflex primer, and then time to glue it on.
Apply the layer of Sikaflex all around the edges, and Eric is right now putting some dots on the faces where we also added some primer. And we also added some duct tape strips, which will help to keep the window in place once we push it on. We just added our first window. As you can see, didn't go as smooth as we wanted. We added the duct tape pieces everywhere around before we put the window on, just so we were sure we could hang it up right away, not knowing how strong the Sikaflex actually is, because with some pieces the tape got stuck on the other side and caused some little problems. So right now I'm just trying to clean off the Sikaflex from the car itself before it dries up. We put it on, we wanted to move it a bit up. It was already like stuck on there, so it took a lot of effort to actually get it up like a millimeter. But yeah, we hope that the duct tape didn't influence the waterproof seal, because that's the most important. That's also why we're using Sikaflex, for example. For our next window, which is gonna be the left one, we are gonna move the table where we prepped the window right here, instead of the entire walkway we had to do from all the way over there. Also, we won't put the duct tape on before. We will just put some pieces on after, as we see now as well that it sticks on super good already. And we have to wear some gloves, I think.
Would be nice.
Yes, this is not gonna come off very easy. I think it's gonna be very difficult to take it off.
But the
Yeah.
window looks really, really nice.
I'm super proud actually. This is super scary.
So we have two back windows on the van. This one was the first and this is the second one. We have to say we improved a lot. If you look at the logo, well, the first one is not too straight, but the second one is completely. And we also used a little bit more glue, so when you put your hand here, the left one is sticking out a bit more. But we hope both of them are watertight. We will check it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it went much easier.
Yeah.
Much quicker as well than the other one. We didn't have to clean the whole window after.
Yeah. And now we are gonna cut the big window on the side door. So we are done for today. We put in two windows completely. The van is drying inside the workshop, and tomorrow we start with putting in the third one on the right side.
Yeah, we'll also try to put in the two vents tomorrow in the top of the roof. And that's it.
And tonight we still have to get some supplies from the Proxys because we used a lot of metal cutter, and maybe get some paint as well. And then see you tomorrow.
So it's a new day, we're back at the garage again. We left off yesterday with the window just being cut. We're gonna send it off today, and we're also gonna cut the other window, which is a camper window, which is gonna be a bit more difficult. And then we're gonna place them all together at the same time. And yeah, let's get started.
So this is our last window that we are going to put in. The big advantage with this that you can open it even when it's raining, because it opens from the top. For this to put it in, you need a hole, and you also need 3 centimeter thick wall. So to achieve that, we will put some wood on the frame of the van, and then after we can just put this one in. Now this time we will have to go with the measurements and instructions of the window. They have pretty strict guidelines what to cut and how to put it in. So we are going to measure an 80 by 45 square, and then we are going to tape it, put a marker, and we can easily cut it. So like I said, we have to build a frame, and we built it before we put in the window because it was really hard to find a measurement. What size do we need? But with this guide we did it, and now it's really time to cut this. It doesn't fit, we have to cut it, sand it a bit. We got a friend here and he lended us a flex. That should make it work.
So for about the past 4 hours we tried to make this hole for the window. It was much more difficult because I guess in the beginning we said just make it smaller, then it's going to be better, but in the end it was too small and we couldn't saw it away, so we had to sand every little edge away. Well, Eric actually did. Finally it's ready. Now we also removed the supports so that we can easily put the wood frame on here. We're just going to sand it off now and then glue everything together. So we glued in the frame, the wooden frame on the inside. We also clamped it up so it sticks really well. And we also sealed the edge that we cut with some Hammerite. We also did it at the other window. Right now Eric just cleaned the windows. One over here and one over there. We're gonna apply some primer. And then after, of course, the same as yesterday, we put the Sikaflex on and we stick the windows on.
Not the hammer, but the soft hammer.
It's done.
So that's it for today. We put 4 windows in 2 days. We had some setbacks today. Sadly, it took a bit longer than expected, but the camper window is in, the most difficult one. So this window was very difficult because we made the hole too small. So it took a lot of time to actually make the hole like 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters bigger. But fortunately, we had someone at the garage who helped us. He gave us a tool, which was really great because it's an expensive tool and it was easy to use. And yeah, now it's in. We just have to remove the edges of the Sikaflex, it squeezed out a bit. And now the most satisfying moment, taking off the foil. The window is super nice because it's a black window on the outside, so you barely see it. It's a camper window with the black van, so that's great.
The next thing we did was the back windows. As you can see, this one and this one. We put them in yesterday and Bobby painted them on the inside today with Hammerite to prevent rusting. And we will also apply a plastic layer so it's smooth for the hand and not cutting us. Last thing we did was the side window, which was a bit bigger piece, so more heavy, and also more Sikaflex was needed. But luckily it's in and hopefully steady in place as well. We are 40 minutes away from home, so we will see when we arrive if we have a window.
So that's it for today's video. Next video is going to be when we install the floor, so stay tuned. And
Hope to see you there.
yeah.
Bye.